you, dear magical friends. Welcome, willkommen to your reading with me, Natalie, spelled Natalee. Tuning into your energy, I am absolutely picking up the Neptunian influence. It's in the sky right now. It's in the sky this week. It may be affecting us personally, or we may be Neptunian individuals, or just be captured. Something with our imagination is captured by the Neptunian energy, whether that's in your personal creativity. I'm so excited because tonight's table read, and I'm really excited about this script. It came with like a song that the screenwriter wrote. It was so awesome. So, it could be something like that. It could, of course, be romance and dating and getting to know people. It can, of course, also be your connection with your animals, with pets, so to speak. But, if you're like real animal person, it's not like that. It's not like you're the overlord of this pet. There's a lot more respect that goes into it. I'm just using the word pet for simplicity, just like I use heteronormative language just for the sake of simplicity. So, but that's what I'm getting for you guys. So whatever is going on, it's definitely got that aura of belief and faith, and it's strong. So even if something is happening in the physical world that is maybe incongruent with how good you're feeling, even that, you don't take it too seriously, because your faith or your feeling, your belief, it's just floating above all of that, corporeal minutia of life, that tedious minutia of life. This corporeal reality can be so annoying. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for you guys. Let's open this energy up and see what your message is. We have 3 cards. Okay, we have the Tower to start, and the Queen of Wands. Okay, and then we also have the World here. So the World, the Queen of Wands, and this Tower. Wow. I mean, talk about creative. How does the quote go? I seek inspiration until the moment of creativity strikes. Kind of like that. Kind of like this is what I'm getting. I'm also getting, and I forgot to mention this because I got swept up in the Neptune part of your reading, but I picked up self-development. It's almost like you're finishing some kind of cosmic course in you, learning about who you are, what you believe. That's what I'm really connecting to, is like what you really believe, because the choices you make are going to reflect that ultimately. So it's going to be a subconscious belief, or it's going to be a conscious belief. It's going to be a program that was programmed into you, or it's going to be a program that you took out the old program, installed the new updated software. Okay, so the Queen of Wands, the World, and the Tower. Definitely serious stuff happening. Absolutely. There could even be some kind of change in the very structure of definitely some kind of commerce, or especially if you're like an entrepreneur, some changing of how maybe one of your revenue streams, or maybe increasing revenue streams, or changing revenue streams, changing these. So she's got this cat that's so funny, calling my attention. Speaking of what I just said about pets, there could be something with animals, dream totems, and messages being delivered through birds and cats, and what else is here? The little fox and her brooch, sunflowers, plants, insects, all of these little beings. So that could be something that could resonate, and that could even be, the harbinger, sort of the sign before the sign, where you see something, maybe the black cat walks by, you look up, you see 11:11 on your stove clock, and then you know what I'm saying? It could be something like boom, 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 boom. Lots of creative ways that universe has at their disposal, that the angels have at their disposal, that your guides have, your ancestors have, your higher self has. I mean, it's a lot. I'm telling you guys, I'm a Sun Neptune person. This is my whole life. Like, it's always there's always so much happening and going on that you are always connected to in some way, shape, or form, whether we're conscious of that or not. So there's something coming full circle here in terms of getting that part adjusted. So there might be one last big adjustment that you're making financially in your ego energies, how you are using and living in the human ego and elevating your experience of that. So that's a positive manifestation, that you're using your ego constructively and healthily and positively. Or this could also be sexuality, of course, with the Queen of Wands, like the spicy, this is that's Scarlett O'Hara. That's the, it could be red too. It doesn't have to be always scarlet. It could be red and scarlet together, but either or. But we're going to open that up, so we'll come back to that. Let's get another clue of the message coming through for you. Dr. Seuss in rhyming is very, oh my gosh, my first real serious attempt at writing a novel, the whole thing rhymed. The whole thing rhymed. And I took it to my mother because she's a writer, and that's how she introduced me to Goobers, which is Linda Goodman's tome. And so I love rhyming. I'm a huge, maybe I wonder if that's my son Neptune, but anyway. So there could be a sort of cadence to something going on where something does, maybe not necessarily rhyme, but something just has a flow to it. Like certain languages don't have that flow. Swedish, I only know one thing in Swedish. Not necessarily sing-songy, So, all right, 8 of Cups, let's see, 8 of Cups, the Hierophant, the 5 of Wands, and this Queen of Cups, another Queen. All right, alrighty there. So we've got some, what I love about that? I got this holographic deck because immediately when I saw it, it was exactly how life really is. So like this one right here, you see that, wow. I mean, I remember being, Roman Catholic schools, like some of them have like the buildings, when they have like the high school and then grammar school and the daycare center and then the gym. It's like a freaking prison compound, and there's just this slab of concrete in the middle where they'd let the children run around. So if there was like conflict or some little fight breaking out or it's bullying, it's like I just remember seeing this. And like just what happens, like higher vibration does not always mean spiritually advanced. It doesn't always mean that someone is spiritually evolved, because there's non-corporeal beings and entities that are technically higher vibrating than we are, because we have these corporeal bodies. They are not necessarily more evolved or advanced than we are. What I'm saying is that when people are angry, when people are in conflict, when people are gaslighting, when people are aggressive, when people are mad, all of that, I can see, so about like right around here, I see these little spikies. It's like a spinning. It's like the energy just spins in these little, like Bowser, or like the pineapple, it's like these little, and it's like these little spikies form, and like you can feel it. You can, even if you can't see, you can feel it. So that's kind of what I'm getting with this. So I'm not sure if you're gonna, I'm sorry if you can hear that in the background. I think you guys were getting the of the computer, so I tried to put it like over yonder. So hopefully you cannot hear like the lawnmower out there. Anyway, yes, I haven't decided how I'm gonna soundproof this whole thing, but we're gonna figure it out. I've got complete faith that there is enough time to get everything done. All the priorities are gonna get taken care of. Guys, I am just squeezing the nut of this sun in Virgo as much as possible. Just like really. So it's like, It's been really, it feels good. It really, really does feel good. All right, back to this. So getting passive aggressive with this Queen of Cups. Like, I know you'll feel it. I don't know if it's going to be like this person is verbally, I don't know what's going on. I don't know how this person's doing it. I'm just getting that this Queen of Cups, emotionally manipulative, can play the victim when you try to tell them how you feel. That's a big one. Maybe that's how it is. So you try to tell someone, hey, this is, can you hold space for me? Can you hold space for me to tell you how I feel? Yeah, sure. I want to know what you're really thinking about me. Okay, you express how you feel. It's honest, it's kind, it's respectful, it's diplomatic, it's all decorum, it's very Libra, whatever. It's great, right? This emotionally manipulative, low vibrational Queen of Cups, they don't have to be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising. They can be. They don't have to be. Someone could be shape-shifting into this energy just for a brief moment. And, okay, so you, boom, you lay that down. If their response is how they feel, walk away. Don't even confront them. And that's what I see someone doing here with this Eight of Cups. It's like this might even be a cycle. Like if this is, okay, like with the moon cyclical energy, this might even be someone that you're used to always getting that kind of response from them, or they have a bad history, a bad reputation of doing this. And this is why it's so important to trust change when it's consistently changed behavior over consistent time. That's what you trust. You don't trust these little flammies. Okay? So that's kind of what I'm getting with this, is that you tell them how you feel and they feel offended, or they feel hurt, or they feel they're talking about how they feel, and they might mask some of that. And this is what we go, if you like any of this stuff, we go very deep and granular and real surgical in the body language intuition study strategy class. That's once a month. The next one is this Thursday, the 22nd. That is for the emperors and the empresses tier and above on the Patreon. So it gets very granular and very surgical with these energies. So this is this person, this is this Queen of Cups, where they may mask that and sort of bookend it and still try to make you believe that they care about your best interest, but they only want to appear like they care for your best interest. Really, they care about themselves, and they care about how they look to you. They care about how you see them, and that's really what they're trying to control here. So I feel like underneath whatever pain or hurt or like whatever they're saying their feelings are, I feel like you're gonna feel this underlying anger and resentment underneath that. Like you might tell them how you feel. They might tell you how they feel, how you're making them feel. And they may still express like, oh, and I know that this is about you, or, oh, you know, I really care about you, or, oh, I only want the best for you. But you'll feel the spikies. You'll feel something else. So trust what you're feeling, because I'm confirming that for you. Now with the Hierophant here, this is difficult. This is some kind of, I'm getting, it might be a marriage or some kind of formal commitment, a business partnership, or, you know, something with contracts. I'm getting the energy of it. I'm getting like the soul connection. You had a soul agreement with this person, and this could be, how would I put this? This could be a king or a queen that you served in the past lifetime. That in this lifetime, maybe they're your mom or your dad, or your daughter or your son or your sibling, and they still expect you to bow down to them, or they still there's just like something there. So if you're feeling that and it's very familiar, and you know the real conversation that you're having, then I see you walking away. but not just from this person. It's like you walk away from the whole like commitment with this Hierophant energy, the crossed keys, and this whole what else that you want to be wary of is this person cares about like how people see them, their friends, communities, I don't know, maybe people on Facebook, or like some, I'm getting like kind of an older generation with this, so they are probably like Gen X and above, and I'm so sorry if anyone thinks that that's like an older generation. That's just like what I'm getting. This is what I'm getting. So, but like I'm just getting that they really care about being seen a certain way and being perceived as, this is like the cognitive dissonance. This came up in one of the weeklies over on Patreon. The example, it's the simplest example. I'm not accusing anyone of anything. I'm just saying it's the simplest example of cognitive dissonance is you don't want to think of yourself as racist. You don't want anyone else to think of you as racist because it's ugly. Racism is ugly. Now, like in my personal experience, racists are either like that, like they're super covert, it's very secret and they're only racist to you when no one else is looking and they don't want to appear racist. Or racists are loud and proud, they don't care. I shook hands with a dude and he, in front of all of my business colleagues, wiped his hand on his pants after he shook my hand. It didn't do that with anyone else he shook his hands with, and it was like absolutely mortifying. That's why when I tell you it's their shame to own, not your shame, I know from personal experience. So this is the former. This is someone who's racist or whatever, discriminatory, or whatever this is for this person. Maybe they're just maybe they're just energy vampires and there is no thing underneath it that's all about emotional. I call this like an emotional hijacker, where they just emotionally hijack the car ride from the home to the restaurant, and they just, you know what I'm saying? It's something kind of, they're more like that. So that's the cognitive dissonance, that they don't want to appear to other people, they don't want to be accused of that, they don't want to think of themselves that way, but what they say, what they do, racist. So that's just an example. Again, it's just an example. So they do care about looking either open-minded, but like I said before, they want to look like they are caring about your feelings. They want to look like they care about the issue. Maybe it's not even your feelings, maybe it's the issue. Maybe this is like, for some of you, this is, what's it called? Performative emotionalism, where they might even lie about their own emotions. We're like, I want this so much. Die Sehnsucht, I have this longing. Or I care about you and your feelings and I want you to be happy so much. Or, you know, but it's like, it's performative. What it's really about is this Hierophant energy, the community, the social status, the respect, the alliance, the, affiliation, being affiliated, you know, it's like, it's kind of like that. So if if this is like business, someone could be like putting you off or delaying, or like if there's constructions, like, oh, it's going to be this much more money, it's going to be this much more time, or if it's your car getting fixed, or, you know, anything, and they're like performative. Save all those receipts. You got to be really, I'm going to say, if it's easier if it's like that, because you can do receipts, but this is like a personal relationship, or there's some kind of, this is like someone you just feel like you cannot either escape or break that bond or walk away from, and it's because of a past life issue. So there's nothing in this lifetime that's really holding you to this person. I really feel like it's some kind of past life karma that you're working out, and that could be why you're showing up as having such a huge self-development moment. Like I said, I think this is going to be a lot easier for you guys if this is business, for those of you where this is going to resonate in that field, because it'll be so much easier for you to take your power back because of those built-in expectations and boundaries and barriers and processes and protocols and that kind of thing. I'm getting Taylor Swift. I don't know if you're listening to Taylor Swift or looking at Taylor Swift. All right. 2 of Wands and the 10 of Swords. It's like pink and like, I don't know if it's like bubbles or cotton candy around her or something. Okay, okay, so this clearly is some kind of relationship that is, you know, this really looks like commerce, business. Now that could be your relationship in this lifetime, but it could also be a relationship from a past lifetime. See, here's the thing. People don't understand that we incarnate with family members and close friends and family that have murdered us in past lifetimes, or that we've murdered in past lifetimes, or that have had like really intense, you know, abuser, abused, slave master, abusive boss, marginalized worker, you know, abusive brother to abusive brother, and, you know, abusive, like, we come back and in these really close, enmeshed, entangled relationships with these people to work out the karma. That's why it shows up in astrology when you have synastry with your family members. We had a great, it was an hour-long consigliere session. When was that? It was sometime in September, sometime in the last couple of weeks. And we went all the way up to her great grandparents. It was really cool. It was really, really cool. Anyway, so, but, you know, so this is either the past life stuff, or it's maybe even some ancestral traumas, ancestral stuff that you're here to alchemize. And it's relationship, but because it's relationship, it's also you and who you are and how you are defining yourself because of and from the relationships that you're in. So this looks like maybe even for some of you, if this is very feminine, this is definitely, you know how I say for fathers, you have to kill the king to be the king? That I could see that being a little bit like with this, like you have to like overcome the mother archetype. Either your own mother, what she did or didn't do, or said, didn't say, or women, you know, if there's like a misogyny issue, or it could be something more archetypal like that as well. But honestly, like this whole reading might just last, I don't know, like a couple of hours, or it might be like very intense and then it'll hit its peak experience and then really lighten, because energetically I'm picking up that Neptune, like spiritual transcendence. So that's the thing, like if you go through the emotion, you do come out the other side, and that's when you get the good stuff. When I go through the ego deaths, and I explain it to you guys, you go through the ego death, you have to keep going. You don't stop and go back. When you keep going, you get to the point where you have to choose love or ego. You choose love, and it's like you get through this canal or something, and then you are totally lifted and you are enlightened. And that is the alchemization, that is the cleanse, that is the purge of that destructive energy out of your system, out of your being. But you have to go through it. And don't be upset if other people, if your boyfriend can't quit his addiction to be with you. It's not a personal thing. Every one of us is an individual. Everyone is unique. Everyone's an individual, and respect every single person for that. If they can't do it or don't want to do it, don't own that energy and try to save them, or try to force them to do the right thing, or try to tie your happiness to this rock that, you know what I'm saying? That's a corrupted ego. This is why I go through ego deaths. I'm a Sun Neptune person too. That's like martyrdom ego. That's messianic complex ego. That's savior, corrupted savior ego. So you think that you're being the self-sacrificial purpose or person to this, oh, I wish my father or sister or my husband or I would do that. No, that's not about them. That's about you and this ego. Okay, so ego isn't always like a very showy, proud, you know, athletically strong, robust, patriarchal standard of ego, there's the Sun Neptune ego as well. And that's just as detrimental. That's just as destructive. All right, let's take a look at this Queen of Wands, the Tower, and the World. Ooh. We've got the, ooh, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. So like I was saying, like cyclical energies, these are cycles. This is this, and you have it with the World here too. Like there's, see, and this is what I'm getting. This is, see, I'm getting you coming out the other end of this. You coming out the other end of, I don't know, some kind of personal development thing. And it's great. It's really great. So, okay, so this might be like one little meltdown, one little, or maybe if this is with another person, this is like probably one last ugly little conversation. Or some moment where you know, like there's no going back. Like the Tower, there's no going back. That's the divine fire of truth. So whatever can be destroyed by the truth should be and is with this. So it just looks like maybe like a humbling experience. So don't be afraid of the ego death. If you guys need help, just ask me. It does feel like you're dying. It feels horrible. It feels like you're actually dying. So just go through the death. You will experience it like you're dying, like it's death, and you'll be surprised that there's something after that. And that's this Moon in the Wheel of Fortune, this world over here, is that you are now brought into the reward cycle, and it starts immediately, and you start to feel better immediately. You know, so don't tweak out, nothing to worry about, nothing to fear. You know, feel the feelings, watch the vlog, How to Heal and Move On, that has the step-by-step technique. All right, what is the, well, okay, with the Wheel of Fortune and the Moon, this is like, so for you, this could be, like I said, this can all take place in a very short amount of time. And it's like, yes, it's going to feel super intense. It's going to feel super intense. But then it's almost like when you're crying and you're like breathing a lot, and then you get kind of high because you're just hyperventilating. And then you're like high and floaty and dopey and everything. It's kind of like that. You know, you burst right through, and then the Wheel of Fortune turns, and you were at the bottom. With the Tower, you were at the bottom, and then the wheel brings you right back up to the top. And this is a turn, like a turnkey for your subconscious. So you are doing a lot of work with this, going through this feeling, going through this, whatever, if this is an ego death or something, because you're doing a lot of different energy work at the same time. You're doing this for your subconscious programming that's programmed something in your experience that you don't want anymore, that your conscious mind is saying, I want to overcome this. I want whatever it is that you want. I want to overcome this. I want to change my reality. You know, you're doing that. You're overcoming your own subconscious programming and reprogramming it better. And then you're also connecting with this ancestral or past life karma. Boom. That's what the work is when you come here in the embodiment, is to do that about all these different issues you have in your life. This is one. I've been through, I think, maybe like 3 or 4 ego deaths in my life. So, I mean, I don't know, maybe there's more, maybe there's not, I don't know. But like whatever your issues are, whatever, you know, you got the thing with your mom, you have the thing with your brother, you got the thing with your connection to money, you've got self-worth issues, you've got body dysmorphia, you've got, you know what I'm saying? It's like you have to do that kind of a work with all of those feelings. Watch the vlog, How to Heal and Move On. Let's take a look at the 8 of Cups, the Hierophant, the 5 of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. Double 2 of Wands. I just gotta keep an eye on the time. I want to read the script. I'm excited. All right, 2 of Wands to clarify. And I have some other back-to-back sessions today. But like I said, I'm feeling like Virgo confident, which is like Ooh, but I can't wait to be getting up like super early like I was, because I'm a Cancer rising, and your rising sign is how you wake up in the morning. So when I'm in a good run, I will get up before the alarm, and I'll get up like at 6:30, 7, you know, it's like real nice and early, but it's organic and natural, and she wakes me up. And then sometimes it's like I have to stay up late to work, and then I keep staying up late to work, and I keep staying up late to work. Then I start eating at midnight, and then I'm not hungry during then it gets, you know, so anyway, yeah, if you want to wake up, you wake up according to your ascendant. All right, Two of Wands to clarify. So yeah, so it's this relationship with this emotionally manipulative person. Now, they may not stay like emotionally manipulative all the time. Maybe they are very artistic most of the time. Maybe they consider themselves to be very spiritual most of the time. And maybe they, you know, but it's maybe a little bit more, if they're touting to be spiritual, it's probably more performative spirituality. It's not like in practice. They don't do it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that can all be masked with, oh, I'm a creative artist, and that's my license to just be a hurtful person. I'm just always the childish artist, and I don't, you know, and it gives me license to just not care about other people's feelings or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so be careful with that. But they could be a shapeshifter where they are, it's whatever the Hierophant is. So it's whatever their society approves of. It's whatever their friends approve of, or whatever the people in their lives, their friends, their families, their neighborhood, their community, their online communities, the ones that they're a part of, you know, if they do stuff in the community, like if they run an arts program, if they run an art gallery, if they do, I don't know, whatever they do, those people, you know, they're the camp counselor, they have all of those networks. If they're the coordinator for school pickup at your kid's school, they know all the parents, those communities, those people are the Hierophant, that the Hierophant comes up and people care about what those people think of them, you know. So sorry, I'm not like making fun of people that care about what people think. I get it. Like evolutionarily, people have like needed to rely on tribes and other people to survive. We're just so not there anymore. Like really. So feel okay about finding new people. There's 7 billion people. That movie that I referenced, oh my God, I just love surrealism. So I know it doesn't land with everybody, but that movie was from like the 70s. And so they were talking about like, anyway, okay. So I just want to make you feel better. I just want to confirm for you that whether this is an emotional thing that you're doing totally on your side, with feelings coming up about another person in your life, or even someone you used to know, or someone in the past, or someone you don't even talk to anymore, or in your own self, or if it is with another person and it's like ending, or you're having some realizations, like whatever this is, I am just confirming and supporting you in feeling empowered to take your power back, because this could be, oh my God. Okay. So if you're like the Queen of Wands and you're the one going through this huge transformation, your Queen of Cups could even be like a mother archetype or like a feminine figure, and it could be because of jealousy. I will never forget. I will never say who I saw this happen with, because I will never say it. But when I first saw someone, a mother, young mother, being jealous of their toddler, little girl, toddler, it sent chills up and down my entire body. Like I got pricklies, and it's like, I think I had some kind of cognitive dissonance, because I couldn't even, like, it never occurred to me. It would have never entered into my, but that's another important part that we talk about in the intuition study body language strategy class, that you have to be able to think like that. in order to see red flags and to see what are called pre-incident indicators of violence. So back to this though. So, you know, I learned about it though that day, and I was like, what? You know, it was just very, that was very surreal. It was very unexpected, very uncharacteristic of the person. But it's like a thing. It's like a thing. So you may be going through something where whoever this is, it doesn't have to be like a mother or your mother or women. It doesn't have to be. It can just be something where if you're feeling those spikies, if you're feeling like the aggression like underneath, this could be your employer. This could be your employee. Your employee is giving you some, I don't know, some BS about something, and they're trying to convince you of this performative emotionalism, and you keep redirecting the conversation to get a straight answer out of them. Maybe they told you this state and they keep pushing, or they keep blowing you off or whatever. You try to pin down an answer and they start to get mad. They start to get mad that they're not controlling the conversation of talking about so-and-so and their family and this happened and sorry, I'm not laughing. I'm thinking of anyway, so she gave me this skit. Sometimes she drops these little things, and it's, I don't know if it was like Chris, I think it's maybe Chris Tucker, where he's like, and my mama died, and my grandma got sick, and my tire got flat, and he's like going on and on and on about like just like excuses. So it's kind of like what I'm getting with this is like where there's just like maybe your employees like all these excuses and da 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 da, and you keep redirecting the conversation. You just keep asking them. Maybe you ask a question like 3 times. Thank you. She'd given me that scene. I love that movie, The Social Network, where he's trying to ask Mark Zuckerberg a direct question and he keeps diverting the conversation. You don't let that take you off course. That this person can be an expert at that, and they do it through their emotional hijacking, through some, they may create emotional crises for themselves to put themselves through, to have themselves go through, just to disempower you and your right and your entitlement to your feelings and thoughts and time and space and words and statement time, and you know, to them, just sucking it all out of the air. So, you know, there can be some of that going on too. That you're, but they're doing that because they see that you're coming up. They're doing that because they see you're growing up. It's like the saddest, weirdest thing, like when, just as an example, is like when parents turn on their kids because they're outgrowing them. That's like the saddest, most alienating thing ever. Or if someone's like a misogynist and they see their little girl becoming a woman, and it's like they loved them when they were a little girl, but then they became a woman, and now it's like triggering all of these like their own like women mom issues. So you're going to be seeing this person more like how I've been describing this person, when you may not have seen them that way before. There's like some distance. There was some distance, maybe time or space or something. There was distance from your perception to them, or maybe you were too close, or maybe there were a lot of missing informations about this person. I don't know. There was distance, and this reading has likely helped you think how you need to think so that you can see the red flags and the pre-incident indicators. Hopefully it's not that kind of a case, but and if not every single detail resonates, that's totally normal and okay. The more you watch me, the more I'm going to channel different bits of your stories. So some things are going to be for other people, some things may be for other people, some things may be for you. I say it's always good to learn along with everyone else, even if it's not your particular message. It could be speaking on something you've been through in the past, or it could just be we could all learn from everyone's lessons type of a vibe. Okay, what's this 2 of Wands and the 10 of Swords? Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands to clarify. So this is the Alpha and the Omega. So beta is the waking frequency and alpha is like that more relaxed, like meditative frequency. I enter into like, I would say like alpha, theta, delta. Alpha, theta, delta. Well, not every day, because of my work, but you're gonna mostly be through beta, the waking frequency, the entire day. Yeah, different meditative states and different things we do put your brain in different frequencies, and it's really fun. And we're gonna be doing sit tight. So, why did I say that? Anyways. Something that's making all of this easier for you, like going through this big, I don't know if it's if it's an ego death, it's like an ego rebirth, because you're killing the corrupted ego from that had to interact with this person, and you're overcoming this person, and you're getting this new ego, this fresher, ego. Something helping you go through all of this is because there's a new start already. There's already a new seed. There's already a new job, a new project, a new prospect, a new situation. There's already something new. And it's like helping and like pushing along this end to have this other beginning. Like that's your world energy. That world is like, congratulations, great job, you're graduating, but this is like a cosmic graduation. Absolutely. Okay, let's get your guidance for my people. Any other guidance? Bottom of the deck, the Wren. Be bold and confident. Use all of your resources to create your dreams. So there may be some new resources opening up to you so that you can create your dreams. That's exciting. It's exciting. And then you've got the white turkey. The power to heal the earth is within you. That's your body. I'm feeling it again. The power to heal the earth. Yes, the earth, and also like your physical body. Your physical body is within you. So the body is like your device, and your feelings are like apps. So what I'm telling you to do is basically when you feel the spikies, when this is in the middle of the conversation, when this is happening, when you're trying to just tell someone how you feel and they emotionally hijack the situation and that starts to kind of blow up, walk away from this damn person. First of all, get to a safe space. Okay, if it's a bathroom, lock yourself in the bathroom, get in your car, get out of the place, get to a safe space, and you're going to unpack those feelings, but you tap on the app of that feeling. You bring up that memory, feel the feeling. That's like you tapping on the app, and you open that app and you open this feeling up. There's all this other stuff there, and you're in the app and you're going around making changes. And so that's really what the vlog, How to Heal and Move On, is. So if it resonates, it'll help you very greatly. If not, I hope it was at least entertaining. But know that the power to heal, not just the earth, but your own body, your own self. Well, that's what I was saying, because it's a device. So the body is the device, though. It's the thing that you're using the app to experience. The app is the feeling. It's this immaterial digital thing. And your body is the phone. It's the device that is being directed by the app. Okay, I hope that made sense. Maybe it didn't. Be bold and confident. Use all of your resources to create your dreams. I love you guys forever and ever and always. Take very good care. I will check in on your energies next time, my loves. Until then, many beautiful blessings upon all of your beautiful heads, darlings.